All right. Hi, my name is Mr. Seeley, Mike Seeley. I am your son or daughter's AP Computer Science Principles teacher for this coming school year. And this is your virtual back to school night. So if you need to get a hold of me for anything, the best way to do so is my email address, mseeley5@cherrycreekschools.org. And then there's my office number. You can call that. I'm usually in my classroom, so I'll just get the message and call you guys back. But again, email is probably the best. A bit about me. Graduated from University of Colorado Springs. Bachelor's in Information Systems, a minor in Finance, and then did my MBA with an emphasis in Finance and Tech Management. I was a database programmer for a couple years out of college, and just some life changes got me into teaching. So this is my 15th year teaching, 14th year at Eaglecrest. It's also the start of my 4th year teaching through the Colorado Community College online system, where I teach CSC 119, which is Python. Well, it's the Introduction to Programming Python course. And then CSC 240, which is a Java programming class. And these are all the classes that I teach at the high school, which is a lot. So Principles of Business, Computer Apps, Personal Finance, Web Design, Introduction to Programming, AP Computer Science A, and AP Computer Science Principles. I was kind of going through pictures to put up of me and my family. I noticed that since I'm usually the one taking the pictures, I'm never in the family pictures or whatever. So we spent a bunch of time going on hikes this summer. And so this is my oldest son, Ryder, in the background. He's almost 7. He'll turn 7 in October. My youngest son, Ko, is 3, just turned 3, and my wife, Willow, back there. And there's a picture of me I took yesterday. I got my brand new Get Rich or Die Mining t-shirt, which is I'll teach the kids all about cryptocurrencies because I'm big into them. So, and I think those are going to be big in their lives at some point. These are the different courses taught in the business department. I'm actually the department chair. We got Principles of Business, Business Personal Finance, and Business Law. These are all semester-long classes. And then we got Accounting 1 and 2. These are year-long courses. And obviously, you got to take Accounting 1 before 2. Accounting 1 is the prereq. Marketing works the same. Marketing 1, 2, and 3 are all year-long classes, and then they each build on each other, so you have to do one before the other. We got Computer Applications, Computer Intro to Programming, AP Computer Science A, and AP Computer Science Principles, which is this course. So Schoology is going to be obviously a big tool this year. It's not a typical year, and so I'm only going to see your son or daughter once a week, so a lot of the work they're going to have to do at home, okay? So, and I'm going to go kind of through a tour. I don't have the class set up properly yet. I have the material, but I need to change a few different things, and I'll explain why and how I teach and everything. So AP Computer Science Principles, so it's a year-long class where you can earn college credit. So they'll have to pay before November 13th, if they're going to sign up for the AP test, it's $95, okay? If you guys sign up after the November 13th cutoff, it's $40 extra, okay? Yes, $95 for a test is expensive, but if you go on to like, I don't know, CU Denver, CU Boulder site, I'm guessing, a 3-credit hour course is probably at least over $1,000, if not $1,500. So, this is pretty much the best deal that you're going to find on college credit. Topics for this class that are covered. Well, here's another thing. Let me go through. So the actual test, the AP test, it has 70 multiple choice questions. It's 70% of the student's grade. It's an hour and 20 minutes, and this is all towards the end of the year, and I'll get more information out to them. Also, 30% of their grade is a create performance task, and I'll go through this. We'll do the create performance task second semester after we've gone through all the curriculum, but kids have at least 12 hours in class, and I'll probably even give them more this year. Well, shoot, I mean, they're going to have to do it at home, actually. But they're supposed to have 12 hours of in-class time where they are creating a program, and I've got the rubric on what the program must entail for them to get their points on this. So that's kind of a quick rundown of what the AP test in this course looks like. So the topics that are covered: decision structures, loops, objects, classes, methods, strings, arrays, file compression, mazes, number systems, the internet, big data, algorithms, abstraction, exploration, computational technology, AP paper, creation, AP performance task. I believe they're getting rid of this computational technology AP paper, so we'll get rid of that this year. So I've uploaded my I've got my previous AP Computer Science A pass rate from previous years. Now this isn't principals. I have my principals grades, but these are my scores compared to the global averages. And actually last year for my A-level class, I didn't have any A-level classes. I had a couple kids do independent studies, and I had a 100% pass rate. My principals course, what my numbers, I could show you them if you want me to email you them. They're just about average, the state average. I was actually pretty disappointed with that. I chalk it up to three things. First, coronavirus. I did have kids that got sick last year, and that, kind of took them out of the game. Two, the way AP worked last year, and I just showed you this, they actually got rid of the multiple choice portion of the test and just had the kids do the performance tasks, so the paper and the create performance. And I always do better on multiple choice stuff than anything else. So, and that's like traditionally how I've been. And again, you can see how my scores compared to the global average. But when they got rid of that multiple choice test, most of the year, we're learning how to code and learning all this stuff and testing and all that kind of stuff, and they just basically got rid of it, and everything went to the performance task. And without me being in class, being able to guide the kids, it just wasn't, the experience I had hoped it would have been for the kiddos in that class. And then at the same time, the district didn't really allow me to put in grades for work that wasn't turned in. So, a lot of kids didn't do a lot of the work that they needed to do. And so, I just kind of chalk that up as a learning experience last year, and I definitely expect students this year to perform better, and hopefully that your kids are in good hands. We can also work on the if you're in this class, you can sign up for Future Business Leaders of America. I had students that won the first place trophy at the state level for coding and programming, and so if they're interested in joining FBLA, it's a $30 fee. All right, and so last slide here before I go to the Schoology course. If you got any questions, shoot me an email. Typically, if you were in class right now in a real back-to-school night, I would give you guys all, little note cards, and if you had any questions, you could write them on the note card with your number or email, and then I could respond to you. But Obviously, this is virtual, so if you got any questions, shoot me an email. October 8th is supposed to be parent conferences. Highly doubt they're going to be in person, probably going to be virtual, so I guess kind of plan on that. Let's kind of go through the principles course. Now, one thing I kind of want to talk about is, so I talked about a lot of the ways that I teach with quizzing and testing. The idea of quizzing and testing, and I do a lot of practice quiz type stuff, and it's not to, punish kids, but with quizzing and testing, there's instant feedback and data on how they did, and then they know what they missed, and they can go back and study those questions and understand what they missed, so that when the actual graded quiz or test comes up, they can perform, better. At the same time, I only see the students once a week, and I'm not going to spend that entire time in here quizzing and testing them. So I think what I'm going to have to do is break the quizzes and tests up in half. And half of them will be at home, and half of them will be at school. The half at home creates major problems in my mind, because kids can just find the answers online and then turn it in and get 100%. And that doesn't help either one of us. It doesn't help me teach what they don't know, and it doesn't help the student study what they don't know. And so if there's a big discrepancy between the at-home quizzes and tests and the in-class quizzes and tests, because the in-class stuff is only going to be like hopefully no more than 20 minutes of quizzing and testing in here, then I know that your son or daughter isn't taking the course seriously, and probably won't get their AP credit, which is, in my mind, the whole reason why they signed up for it, is so that they could get their college credit. So, that's just something that I'm pointing out now, just to keep a radar on and kind of explain to the students. I will obviously explain this to them as well. But, if there's a 10, 15, 20% difference between at-home work and in-class work, it tells me that, if it's on a couple of the quizzes or whatever tests, I get it. If it's on all of them, I'll have a serious conversation with them and just say, hey, listen, I get it. You want your high school credit. You kind of like computers, but this may have not have been what's for you. At the same time, you probably aren't going to get your AP credit and your college credit, which again is hopefully the goal. The ultimate underlying goal of this course is to get some college credit for your son or daughter. So anyway, this class in Schoology is set up. I have all the material, but like, for instance, in a typical, I just have all the files and everything up here. In a typical semester, I'm in class giving instruction. So if a student looks at this, there's really no instruction on what they're supposed to do. It's just a bunch of different files. So what I'm going to be spending the next, probably most of the semester just trying to keep up with things, is taking these files, and this is a course that I'm a little bit more, let me go into my computer applications. This looks a little bit more like what students will see. Is you've got your, maybe your week 1 folder, you've got your instructions with the weekly syllabus, with instructions, complete each lesson in the following order, module 1, this kind of stuff with instructions. So, though this isn't, wrong one, though this isn't awful right now, it's not what I want students to go home with every week, because I think some of them will sit there and go, I don't know what to do. And that's the students need to, part of the class instruction is going to be like, this is what we're doing this week, this is what we're doing this week, this is what we're doing this week. And the students are going to have to go home knowing like crystal clear what they need to do so that there's no dilly-dallying for them, because there's a lot of work to do and they don't need to be messing around with emailing me back and forth saying I don't understand what I'm supposed to work on. So that's part of what the in-class instruction is going to look like, is explanation of the weekly work at home. So anyway, that's a bit about me, what the class looks like, what to expect. If you got any questions, shoot me an email, and take care. Bye.